Hi, hello, how are you? I'm Pia and welcome to the start of a 24-hour readathon reading vlog. In this video, I'm going to be reading a few things. It is my first one back, so I'm a little bit rusty. I will give you that. But there were some fun things going on. This was on Black Friday, so not only did we have some lovely shopping going on, online shopping, of course, because I don't do indoor shopping. In-person shopping. That's hilarious. I did some festivities, but mostly just some freaking reading. So lots of cool things I read, lots of opinions in this video. So if you're not here for opinions, you are in the wrong place because the tea will be spilled at the end of this video. Although no spoilers, of course. But if you would like to see me read for 24 hours kind of basically and just follow my lovely day of lovely lots of reading, then just keep on watching. So book number one is the only one I have especially selected because it is the only one I really have to read. Like everything else is just extra at this point because I have to read my book club book, and that is The Atlas Six. I am in a book club at my school and I'm actually the vice president, so I really have to read the book. I really don't want to, so that's like half of the reason why I'm doing this vlog. Love a 24-hour readathon. They are like so much fun and also so much work, but I always have a good time, so I always look back on them fondly. But every time I want to start one, I'm like, oh my god. Anyway, so I'm gonna be starting the Atlas 6. Here's what I have to say about the Atlas 6. So I have it on my iPad. It's dead. That's so random. What I have to say about the Atlas 6 is I started it and I got 40 pages into it and I was like, oh, we're gonna just keep doing the same thing. Not that excited about it. I'm gonna go on a run in this vlog and that's gonna be so interesting. We're gonna make my smoothie together. We're gonna go freaking Black Friday shopping. I just love that I did this vlog. I'm so excited. Anyway, I started the Atlas 6 and what I've heard is that it takes a while to get into. Everyone I've talked to has said this. Every single person. That's a character-driven story that you just have to get into it, and it takes like 50 to 100 pages. Which I have not been wanting to dedicate 50 to 100 pages of my time to a book that is going to take that long for me to just get into it. But here we are. We're doing it. You know, should be a book that I would like. So I'm technically 8% into it and I am going to start at the 8% mark because I don't care. As I said before, I'm not doing a TBR for this vlog because the Atlas 6 is the only book I have to read and then everything else is just going to be additional like mood rating, what I'm feeling like today. So it's just gonna be whatever I'm up to. I'm looking at it and I'm going, I hate you. I'm actually 34 pages into it, not that far. I'm on Tristan's first chapter, I guess. And that helps any of the people at home. It's 10:30, we're going 10:30 to 10:30 because I don't like starting at midnight. I just don't. And I don't like going to sleep at midnight, so I'm trying to start a little bit earlier. So it's technically not like fully Black Friday yet. I'm still Thanksgiving, so happy turkey day to you. Got my water right here. I did have a cup of coffee probably an hour ago, so I'm still kind of like buzzing off that one. Might have to make another one at some point, but I did brush my teeth. Snacks, I'm gonna try to avoid. My strategies for a 24-hour readathon, I usually try to have coffee with me, but I'm trying not to have too much coffee because I had, I think, too much coffee earlier today. So yeah, and I did have a headache earlier. So staying hydrated is a key. Moving around, that is another key. Switching, like reading positions and locations is also very important. I'm really excited for today, so let's get into it. Alrighty, so it is now a quarter to midnight and I am 156 pages into it. It's definitely going by a lot faster than those first 40 pages and I am more into it, I guess I could say. I don't hate it. I just don't, like, you know what I mean? Like I had such a strong opinion of like those first 40 pages that I'm like apprehensive of liking it so far. I do think it's told wrong and that it would be much more fast-paced and interesting if it was like not trying to have so many different focuses, but you know. I would say my favorite character at the moment is Pixie because she's just out for blood and I love her for that. She's a very like, you know, like good for her moment, you know, which I had heard friends say that about the Atlas 6, so I'm very excited about that. Other than that, time to take a nap and I'll catch you later. Battery's already dying. That's upsetting. Hello guys, good morning. I'm now on page 200 and this book makes no sense. The magic system, oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad. There's like these mythical creatures. This is not a spoiler. I don't get it. Also, there are more than 6 characters, but there's like 6 main characters maybe that we're following because it's third person limited. Literally, they could be 3 characters. Because Reina and Pixie are kind of the same, except like Pixie's a little bit more. Tristan and Callum are very, very similar. Very similar. And then there's like Libby who's like shy, not like other girls girl. Even Nico is pretty much like Tristan and Callum. Like the male characters are pretty much all the same. They're very much like, we don't do like emotions. even though one is an empath. They're like, yeah, we don't talk about our feelings here, and we just love like being snarky and annoying. Everyone's like, their main character trait is snark, which is, I mean, it creates like fun dialogue, and I understand how that would be exciting to write as a writer, but like when it's just like surface level, it's like really boring. They're all just like snarky and gay. Like, that's it. Also like the romantic entanglements of this book make zero sense. Like, at least like Parisa doesn't make kind of sense because she's just like having a blast, but then like everyone's attracted to everyone. I get it because we're all the same character. But other than that, I don't get it. So there's that. They're just like stupid. They're like these dumb babies, and like there's mermaids. I'm confused. So this vlog has too little kitty content, so Hilda, say hi. Say hi. She went, eh. Okay, I finished that at 6. It's almost 2 o'clock. It sucks. It was so bad. I told you I didn't like the characters. I didn't like the direction the plot took. I thought it was, they spent so long of the plot just like no plot actually. Plot non-existent. The author was just like writing in circles. It was unbelievable. It was like me writing an essay where like I don't have a lot to say, but I need a high word count. It was that kind of vibe, and it was unbelievable. Like, we were just like, oh my god, wait, that's how it works? There only can be 5, and that's what's gonna, it's like, yeah. Like, duh. Like, the twist, the ending, that's so shocking. Like, who literally cares? I saw that coming a mile away. I was like, there is literally no reason for this character unless it's gonna become a more important character later, so there obviously is gonna have to be a reason. Unless this author's stupid, which she is. Like, there's so much, like, and everyone's like in love with each other. It's so not even in love with each other. Everyone's just using each other for their bodies, and I don't get it. It is so hallow. It's unbelievable. I hated it. Anyway, bad times all around. I need something to read now. I need to clear my head, and I need something quick. I need something fun. I need something funky fresh. So what am I gonna read? I have no idea. I like actually have no, I have no plan. Looking at my TBR here, nothing is intriguing me. This is my TBR just at the bottom, and you can't see it. Want a winner. I might have to download a book because I'm not interested in any of the books I have here. I have some cool books in Boston, but did I bring any of them? Oh no. Let's take a look-see. Oh, but will I like this? Or should I just do it for the vlog? You know what I mean? I'm going to read because I just saw that I have this downloaded. We're just gonna say fuck it. I'm gonna read Magnolia Parks because I guess this is like a TikTok video. I haven't been on Book Talk in a very long time, and I don't really like it that much anymore. But I guess we're reading like kind of TikTok-y books. Magnolia Parks. I'm reading this because I am just genuinely curious. I actually just like love this cover. It's kind of sick. Isn't that cool? It's like kind of trashy, but I kind of love it. So Magnolia Parks, what is this about? This is what I've heard. I'm gonna describe it how I've heard it described as, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, or I'll correct myself later. I've heard it described as kind of like Blair and Chuck's relationship in Gossip Girl, and that's it. I thought I had another point, and I didn't. So we're gonna read that now. It starts with how many loves do you get in a lifetime? How many loves do you get in a lifetime? How many people do you get to call yours? There are all sorts of loves in the world, not all of them, but most of them are beautiful. I'm gonna read this. I will check in. Check-in number, did I say check-in? Anyway, I don't know what check-in number we are on, but it's 4:30ish, and I am putting on a little bit of makeup because we are going to my town's tree lighting today. I thought that would be fun, but I am like almost, gosh, I'm almost 200 pages into Magnolia Parks, and here's what I have to say about it. I forgot it was British, so let me just update you that it is British because I feel like that makes a difference. It does feel very Gossip Girl, and it also doesn't. It's kind of interesting because you are starting with like, it's just such intense pining, and then you're kind of learning about the relationship between these two people, Magnolia Parks and BJ, and kind of just like their history together, and like what their history is that BJ just like sleeps with everyone in London, or I think it's in London because I don't know any other places in England. He's just like sleeping with everyone to like make her sad, and then she is just like dating a bunch of guys, but like not really, like fake dating, but not like fake dating in the like tropey sense, just fake dating in the like I am dating this guy just to make you jealous sense. And kind of that's their whole thing that they do to kind of like torment and torture each other. and they're just like caught up in this kind of like very like party scene, drinking and drugs and whatever and sex. So it's interesting to me, right? Because like these two people like are obviously like have such like a connection or whatever, and like they're still like best friends even while they're doing this stuff, and they're like, I love you, whatever. But like, no, I guess it's weird that like they're not like, why is it exactly that they're not together? It's kind of interesting. Like, I think there were some like problems in the past that obviously I'm not gonna spoil. Me saying I think is me going like, I'm not spoiling. I know it's like so clear how much they not only like care about each other but like are also like very much attracted to each other, like from page 1. But I actually kind of like it. I was reading a very different book a couple days ago, and I didn't really like that was kind of like how that jumped back and forth in time with that relationship, because I felt like I was introduced to the relationship kind of after the two people had been super close, and so I didn't feel that closeness as the reader. But with this, it was very interesting because it starts off with like them talking about each other so deeply and so personally, but I feel like it's different. I don't know, especially just like literally that's their entire like inner monologue every time they're like in a room together, or even not, they're just like, oh, they're the best, I love them, like they're like, they make me love them and whatever. And it's like, huh, that's interesting. It's a time not cover these pimples to save my life, because it's not happening. I am going to that tree lighting, very excited about it because it's like kind of a meme, and I'm really glad I convinced my family to come because I didn't want to go alone and I don't have friends, so I think it's funny. So we're gonna do that, but then we're also going to get some Thai food afterwards. So some not reading done. Maybe we shall extend to midnight, I'm not sure, because I did sleep today because I was like, yeah, I'm not doing the no sleep thing. Absolutely not today. Not when I was planning on literally going for a 3-mile run. No. So we might just extend her, especially because I want to read another book. Whether or not that be a short book remains to be seen, but I would like to like really find a good, no offense to Magnolia Parks, but all the offense to the Atlas-ic, because I just want to be reading something that I love, and I am like in such a weird place with my reading fantasy, which I don't read a lot of fantasy, and I'm like doing rereads. Maybe I'll just do a reread, I don't know. I think I'm gonna do some eyeshadow. Also, what I was gonna say is that since it's Black Friday, I'm gonna do some online fun shopping with you guys. Black Friday is very different for me this year because I usually do like all my Christmas shopping, and I usually have a lot of people to shop for, but I just have my family, so that's very cool. So I might just kind of treat myself to a couple things. Like, it's a Black Friday vlog, like, and like I said, especially since I'm not doing like the utmost reading, I feel like I should give you something to look forward to. Maybe a couple books, maybe a couple book accessories would be fun. All the books, especially since I'm in such a weird reading mood. Anyway, my update, because I was like, I can't read and do my makeup at the same time, so I'm gonna have to film and do my makeup at the same time because something has to be accomplished. Alright, so new plan. I just got back from dinner and we inevitably got ice cream afterwards. But I am going to start a quick book and then go back to Magnolia Parks because I am, after the tree lighting, like we basically just went out to dinner and got Thai food and it's delicious. I'm on page 204 in Magnolia Parks out of 577. I didn't realize how long of a book this was. That is my own fault. But I really, so I was in the car and I was like, okay, I should really read like another thing for this vlog, right? You want to see it, I'm gonna see it, it's all good. So, and then we're also gonna do a shopping little thing. So it's like 9 o'clock. I'm gonna go until I'm gonna go until midnight because I didn't really start at 10:30 and I also don't think you care. In the car, I asked my brother to choose between 2 books just by the cover that were like shorter, and he chose What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. I have never read a T. Kingfisher. Do really like shorter horrors. Don't remember what people have said about this book. I don't know if people have liked it or not. I'll probably check the reviews after, but I think this will take, it's like 180 pages, probably less than that, including like acknowledgements and chapter titles, I'm assuming. I also think this cover is just sick. Like, it's so cool. So let me just download it real fast and get it on my iPad. Yeah, so it's like 113 pages on my iPad, which is so even less. So I'm assuming I'm gonna get done with this in about an hour, give or take, and then we're gonna stop and do a little bit of shopping, and then we'll go back to Magnolia Park. So I'm really excited. Like I said, I like a short horror. Those tend to be my go-tos. I know a lot of people like this author, but they come up with a lot of different things, so I'm not sure if this is one that's like particularly their best work. I have no idea. So we're gonna try, we're gonna go with it. We got Harry supporting us on our journey. I have my little wax melt going. time to wrap up this video because the 24 hours are over. I just didn't feel like filming like late at night because that's when I finished reading. So I finished reading What Moves the Dead, but more importantly, let's talk about what I bought. So I took advantage of a couple Black Friday deals, not too many, just because I don't want to, but there were some small businesses that I was particularly eyeing, and those were Happy Go Lovely sleeves and novel wicks. So I got a book sleeve from Happy Go Lovely and also a little bookmark. She just had like the perfect green that I loved. Like, I don't know why, I just want everything to match like essentially this green. I have my AirPods match this, my iPad does, my planner, everything I own is this color, and I saw that she had a really cute one and I bought it. So she was having a great deal. And then I also got 3 candles from Novel Wicks. I got one like small one and then 2 of the kind of like medium ones, I guess. They're not called small, medium, large, so I actually don't know what they are. I got the smallest one in Sunday Reading because this is like an all year round scent and I could probably get more of it later. And this is like a cinnamon bun scent and I love cinnamon buns. Cinnamon buns are like my favorite food. One of my favorite foods ever. So I got that. It's so cute. And then I got a 8-ounce one of Your Mean One Mr. Grinch. This one's just like Christmas trees because I do have like a favorite one from Bath & Body Works, but they keep jacking up those prices and I cannot. So I got this one, Your Mean One Mr. Grinch, and I think it will fill that void. And then also I got Neverland, which is like a salty sea air kind of sea balsam blossom. Oh my Jesus, because I really like fresh scents, and that again will be like an all year round thing, but I got like a bigger one because I figure I'll use it a lot. I'm so excited to try these out. I am not like a huge candle person. I really like wax melts, but I want to branch out. So those are the only things that I got for Black Friday. And as for What Moves the Dead, I ended up giving this 3 stars. I really had a fun time reading this. I didn't know that this was a retelling of the, I want to say the Custom House. That is absolutely not what this is. But it is a retelling, and I read like the author's note, and it was very interesting how the author talked about Mexican Gothic, and I was like, oh, I did not like that book. But retellings, guys, retellings. Anyway, I'm doing a speech on retellings, so I'm like somehow end up reading more retellings. But this was really fun. So it was kind of about this man who comes to visit his like old friend because her brother, I want to say, says like, oh yo, she's dying, and she's like, he's like, all right, I'll come and see what's up and say goodbye or whatever. And she's like saying like, hey, what's up? But she does not look good. She looks like she is dead. Except she has like this gross, like it is like, if you do not like kind of like body horror, it's like has a lot to do with like fungus. Like the fungus among us is kind of like the tagline. It is like, there's mushrooms on the cover, so like if you don't like that, it like the first line is about mushrooms, so like don't skip it. You know what I mean? That didn't bother me. I actually found that kind of interesting. But yesterday she's got like this gross like white stuff and like in her hair. Ugh. And they're like trying to unravel this mystery of like, you know, what's wrong with her because she's like sleepwalking and she's like not acting like herself sometimes, but sometimes she is. And it was very interesting, and I really had like a fun time reading it. It was short and it was fun and it did its job, so I gave it 3 stars. I didn't end up finishing Magnolia Parks. I'm still about halfway through it. I think I need to dedicate some more time to this. I will, and we'll see if I want to like continue with the series or not. It's essentially like the most angsty thing in the world because it's just like, it's like every time I'm in a room with her I like want to kiss her, but like we're so bad for each other, and it's like that's the entire plot. So it's kind of repetitive, but it's not like annoying me yet, so we will see. That will probably be in a wrap up at some point or a vlog at some point, so stay tuned for that. But I had a really fun time doing this reading. Obviously got 2 things read and another half of a thing, so, and one of them I just like, I don't know why I chose to read like 500-page books in this video because that's not usually what I do. But I will definitely do more 24-hour readathons in the future, and definitely in the near future, so keep an eye out, keep your eyes peeled for that. And with that being said, make sure to like and subscribe to all the things, and I will see you in my next video.